What's up, everybody? Haven't done a pickup video with the camera facing this way in a while, so I figured I'd switch it up and let you see my face for a change. I know I apologize in advance. Um, didn't get a whole lot of stuff, but I figured the stuff I do have is pretty interesting, and it seems like the more pickup videos I put out, the better stuff I find recently. So go figure. First thing, I'm gonna show you two things I found in the garbage. Number one is this Nintendo Game Boy, original Nintendo Game Boy. The screen is a little scratched up; it's not perfect. But I just happened to look there. There was a case on the ground that said game case on it, and I opened it up, and there was some cables for like an N64 to coax, and then this. It didn't have batteries in it, but it does work. I did test it. Um, is that familiar? Um, but yeah, pretty cool to have. I've never actually owned an original Game Boy. I've had a Game Boy Advance. Pretty much is the only Game Boy I've had. I think I had a Game Boy Color for a little bit. I had a Game Boy Pocket, but that broke. I think I only had it for like 2 weeks and it broke. I bought that from Goodwill years ago. And the next thing I found in the garbage, I was gonna say in the Goodwill, is this Mario Kart for the DS. Literally just saw it laying on the ground. I posted a picture on Twitter. I had an extra case around so I could put it in there. It's got the manual and everything in it. This was also a where's the manual? The case is also a garbage find. So reuniting garbage to make a complete game. The back has so on DS cases or on DS games, there's like the little pins, and then there's little plastic pieces that kind of separate all the different pins. And one or two of those are broken off, but the game does work. I was just playing it on something else I found in the garbage. We'll get to that in a sec. So, things that I bought that I haven't shown. I don't remember if I've shown this or not, so I'm going to show it again anyway. The Shenmue 1 and 2 remaster for PS4. I've always wanted to play the Shenmue games. I got really close to buying the first one on the Dreamcast, but then I heard rumors that this might happen, so I didn't get it. And I actually sold off my Xbox copy, original Xbox copy of 2, because let's be honest, if I'm going to play it, it's going to be like this one system that I have hooked up, and that's PS4. So glad to have that. My desk is a mess right now. All right, two things I found in Value Village. We'll do that. Value Village. Um, so when I was at Barry Game Exchange, Bill was talking about VR games, and he was Bill from SCC Pod was always trying to find VR games. Didn't really find any. And then literally I think it was the next 2 days, I go to Value Village, and the PlayStation VR demo disc is just chilling there for, I think it was $3. So $3 or $4. Really can't complain about that. I don't have a VR, but I figured this would be kind of a cool way to just kind of get in easy. If I ever do get a VR and I can't afford to get a bunch of games, this is just kind of an easy one to get into. I don't know if this comes with the VR pack or not, but even if it does, whatever. It's $4. I can say I have a VR game. And this is one that I've been looking for ages. Literally, probably 4 or 5 years I've been looking for this game. Not that it's hard to find, but it's hard to find in the price range that I wanted to pay for it. And that's the Metal Gear Solid Legacy Collection. This is in really good shape. It's got the slipcover and art book and everything in it. So it's got basically all the Metal Gear games in it in one package. So really happy to get this. Again, this was like $5 or $6. Normally this goes for 40 to 50 in my area. So didn't want to pay that for it, especially because I've had most of these games individually on PS2, but just wanted the PS3 version again for consolidation reasons. Just figured it'd be easier. But that was a really cool find. Not something I'd ever expect to find at a Value Village. I guess we can do. I'll do more Value Village stuff. I'll save Value Village stuff for later. This was a microplay pickup. It was $12. It's Ghostbusters for the Xbox 360. I have the PS3 version of this that I bought in case I couldn't find this one, because not a super common game in my area. So I was watching for it. Finally popped up. I grabbed it while I could. so now I can get rid of my PS3 copy, and because the 360 has better resolution. So this most 360 games output to 1080p, while the PS3 games most often just output to 720p. And that's because they have a hard, I think it's a hard memory cap. So I just learned about this recently, that the memory on an Xbox can fluctuate. So like if CPU is not using power, it gets pushed to graphics, and if graphics not using, it goes to CPU, kind of back and forth. Whereas the PS3 basically just has the same thing, and they just cut it in half for CPU, half for graphics, and that's why the PS3 is less powerful. We'll say that in air quotes. And I could be completely wrong, but that's what I heard, and it makes sense, so I went with that. This is another game I've been waiting to get since I heard about it, and it is Yakuza 0. This is the PlayStation, whatever you want to call it, on it. I happened to find this used in a blue case, because those red cases are fucking ugly. Fugly. I I really don't like red cases. Blue's my favorite color anyway, so yeah, I've been wanting to play this. I have Kiwami, and I have 3 and 4 on PS3, so I need to get Kiwami 2, and then I think I should be good. But I've heard this is a really good starting point, so happy to grab that. Alright, this is something I found at Value Village. My last 2 items here. It's going to be a short video, which is nice. $2.99, and all I saw was that. You guys are probably like, what the heck is that? If you're a Vita person, you'll know exactly what this is. Or you'll want it, I don't know. Oh, it comes with a toy transformer. Joe, that's for you. I can get this out of the bag. Alright, there it is. This is a power grip for the Vita. This is for the Vita 2.0, so it's got the micro USB at the bottom, not the proprietary Vita connection that the older models have, the first model. Anyways, it puts in here, it plugs in, and it actually extends your battery. So you can plug in the power grip itself, and it acts as like an external battery from the Vita, and it gives you handle controls. So I have one of these for my original PS Vita. I don't have a Model 2 yet, but if I ever do get one, I have a power grip for it. And I love these things. And these were not super common either. You can tell it's by Nyko. I do remember they were clearancing those out for like 20 bucks at EB. I think they normally came out for like 40 or 50 bucks. I was tempted to get one at clearance, but I didn't. I just missed it. But to find one used for $3 and a toy transformer there, it's pretty good. Alright, the last thing I found at Value Village, by the way, that was yesterday, and this was yesterday as well. I found a Gamecube with a Platinum controller, Platinum Gamecube. It's got a third-party memory card. It did have the power cord. I don't need to, you guys know what this looks like, right? I'm to show you. It did have a power cord. I got a million AV cords for Nintendo stuff, so not a big deal there. But I just figured that'd be an easy sell. For 15 bucks, I can throw some extra, throw a game or two on that and flip that for 30, 40, 50 bucks. And make some profit and basically pay for almost all this stuff, except for anything I bought at retail. So anyways, that's my video. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this gives me luck and I'll find better stuff later next time. Fingers crossed. Okay, bye.